Well, welcome back to the Guardian Project podcast, Paper Commander stream. Today we have Andy and Colin joining us. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Colin, it's your first time hanging out with us, so I'm really excited to lose to a huge Illarg deck that is going to smash into me.
I don't know. I'm sure it's not optimally designed, so be prepared for an empty board, whether Illarg is on it or not, and we'll see how it goes.
Don't take your rage out on Colin for the Illarg deck I used to have, Andy.
Oh, well, for this first game, I am playing the Locust God, the card that I do need to move a little closer if you're going to actually see this. It is... here, let me hover actually over spell table to make it a little easier for everyone watching. It is a 4/4 god for 4, a blue, and a red. Flying, whenever I draw a card, I create a blue and red insect creature token with flying and haste. I can pay 2, a blue and a red to draw a card and discard a card. And then when it dies, I can return it to my hand at the beginning of the next end step. This deck is all about drawing cards and discarding cards. I do play wheel cards where you discard your hand and draw more cards, or everybody discards their hand and draws more cards. So
That's perfect.
I'm going to be helping the mono white deck. That's what Coil wants. And mono red, they both suffer from card draw. So there you go.
This sounds good.
And we're going to swing with a bunch of bugs. So that is my deck.
This is Wormcoil Engine, and I am going to be playing my... It was requested that I played my Grixis Planeswalker deck, and instead I'm going to play my mono-white Planeswalker deck because this power level is more fair. So I'll be playing Djeru with Eyes Open. So 3 white, I get a 4/3 human warrior with Vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, I can search my library for a Planeswalker, put it in my hand, or whatever you want to say. And if a source would deal damage to a Planeswalker control, prevent one of that damage. So I'm going to be playing permanents called Planeswalkers a lot, and instants and sorceries that destroy things that aren't Planeswalkers.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Nice.
That sounds like a blast. All right. I am Andy Zupke, longtime friend of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight I will be playing Tuvasa, the Sunlit. It's a 1/1 Merfolk Shaman, and Tuvasa gets +1/+1 for each enchantment I control. Whenever I cast my first enchantment spell each turn, I draw a card.
All right.
Sweet. And I'm Colin O'Clock. I am on Twitter at Colin O'Clock and Twitch.tv/Colin O'Clock. I'm fairly new to streaming, doing a lot of EDH streams with folks and streaming limited on Arena mostly. I've brought today Illarg the Raze Boar, and my build of Illarg, when I first saw this card, this was like the first commander I had like a super drive to want to do, and it's called Oops All Dragons, which I was like, I don't want to have things just coming in and smashing into things and dying, so flying helps, and there's a lot of fun dragon cards in there too that we'll see if I'm ever able to cast.
Nice.
The Gruul clan would be proud. They really would.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go ahead, roll 2d6 to see who goes first. We like to roll. I got a 9.
I have a 7.
I got a 6. Less than a 9.
8.
Yes.
Nice.
So I'm first with 9?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and we have a house mulligan here. You can draw until you have a hand that's keepable, or you have 3 lands in your hand. Whichever comes first, you can just set them off to the side. We want everyone to be able to have fun and not get mana starved. I like my hand as well.
Not me.
I think I'm gonna hold on to my hand here. We'll see how it goes.
All right.
Seems good.
There's at least lands in it, so that's a good thing.
That's always a good start. Unless you're playing I was going to say unless you're playing Manaless Dredge, but even then, you need your Bazaar of Baghdad. So, gotta have lands.
Oh my gosh. Those lands are expensive.
part of the inspiration for wanting to play this deck was your podcast on red and what red does, and my red deck will do some of those things. And the card I was looking for, sadly, is not in this deck, and I couldn't find it before we started. But it's a red card that does not red things, and I can talk about that later.
All right, and thank you for
Yeah.
listening to our most recent episode. That was really fun to record.
Yeah, and I got to hear of the fun that I seemingly am about to face down anyway with a different Planeswalker deck from Coil. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so
I'm ready to go.
we're ready? All right, then I will start. I will draw for turn, and I'm going to play an island and pass.
I'll draw. I will play a plains and pass.
I'm
Okay.
way last. I was ready to go.
Typical red players.
Draw. Play the best land in the format. Command Tower.
Not
Pass
wrong.
the turn.
Sweet. Draw. And the best other land, mountain. Let's go.
Draw. I am going to play also a mountain, and I think I just recently made sure that these were all Amonkhet lands because flavor. I was like,
Oh,
this,
very
this seems
nice.
right.
Is it Amonkhet Plain or Amonkhet booster box?
Ooh.
Are there any Hour of Devastation? Is the sun ever in the middle of the horns?
To be fair, I do not know. There is a good chance that there's at least one. I do see what you're referencing right there with your
Wow.
planes.
That's how you know it's Hour. I
No,
love
mine
this
are
one.
all. I think mine are all before the Hour of Devastation. And then I am going to pay 1 and play a Soul Ring, and then I will pass.
Draw. I'm gonna play a plains and I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention this is the worst land in this format.
Draw. Forest. And I will pass.
Chat just
All right.
asked what everyone's most hyped M21 card is that's making its way into a deck. And I think I mentioned off stream before we had started, I just added oh my gosh, Subira to this deck, the mono red that has you can discard your hand when a creature you control deals damage, you draw a card. It works really well with these bugs that are power 1.
And
Nice.
Locust God. You can make a more power one.
Right?
And I'm playing a land and passing, by the way. For me, in this deck particularly, and I forget the name of the dragon that's basically its own Warstorm.
Oh, the
Card that-
Terror of the Peaks, that one?
Yes,
Yeah.
Terror of the Peaks, yes. Oh my god, that will just turn this deck into like level 11.
It is a very ridiculous deck.
I'm going to pay 4 for a Hedron Archive, and then I pass my turn.
That would be the second creature I would want always on the battlefield.
Yes.
It's fair. I am going to play a plains, and then I'm going to tap 3, and I'm going to cast a Gideon Blackblade.
Ooh.
There you
So,
go.
as long as this is my turn, he is a 4/4 human soldier creature with indestructible. So that's what he is right now. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to him during my turn. I'm going to +1 him, and up to one other target creature I control gains my choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, or Indestructible until end of turn. He has a -6 to exile target non-land permanent. Just going to give him a simple +1, choose not to target anything, and pass the turn.
Just a simple +1.
Very simple.
All right, I'll draw. Let's see. Drop a plains. And what the heck? I'm gonna come out fully unprotected.
I
No
like it
swiftfoot
personally.
boots here.
Indeed.
I'll
mean,
pass over to Colin.
You can't have it every game. I'll be playing another mountain for turn and tapping 3, making flavor partners with Andy over here with an Amonkhet card of my own, Hazardous
Ooh,
Monument.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, and then I'll pass the turn.
All right. I am going to untap and then I will draw for turn. And I am going to play an island, and I will pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to play the Locust God.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
And then I am going to... Oh, I have another new card. I'm really excited.
Oh.
I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to cycle Reconnaissance Mission.
Okay.
Oh,
Oof.
yeah.
cycle it. All right.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm gonna
Thank goodness.
I'm going to draw a card and get an insight.
I thought Ominous Seas was about to drop.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And then I'm going to swing at Gideon for 1.
Gideon goes to 4.
And then I pass.
I will untap, and I will draw. I will play a Plains. Surprise, surprise. Let's see. I will +1 Gids targeting nothing. I will move to combat. I will swing 4 indestructible at Andy.
Fair enough. Okay, taking 4.
And then I will tap 4 mana to cast an Ajani Goldmane.
Ooh, what does that one do?
Goodness.
So this is the one from M11. Starts with 4 loyalty counters. I can +1 to gain 2 life. I can -1 to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control. Those creatures gain vigilance till end of turn. And a -6 that says put a white avatar creature token on the battlefield that has this creature's power and toughness each equal to your life total.
Nice.
So I'll +1 to gain 2 life, and then I will pass the turn.
All right. Untap.
No one mess with Tuvasa. See, you're good to go.
Yay.
We're a really nice group. We don't ever mess with your stuff ever.
I totally don't have any removal in my hand.
All right. Well, we're gonna preemptively deal with the removal that you might have.
Thanks for the
I
follow.
literally don't have any.
Call 911 for the win.
I'll do a shielding plaques on Tuvasa. So when it enters play, I draw a card. Enchanted creature has hexproof. So I'm
Nice.
actually going to draw 2 cards.
Oh, yeah.
One for Tuvasa and one for the shielding plaques. And pay 1 for a soul snare. Pay a white, sacrifice it, exile target creature that's attacking you or a planeswalker you control.
I love
Nice.
that card.
I should get that for this deck.
You probably
I'm at
should.
7
Yeah.
cards in hand. I will pass the turn. Gotta tell you, I'm feeling kind of left out with all the Amonkhet coolness you guys have going on.
Yeah,
Got all the
you're really
Commander pre-con.
you're really not as cool as we are, Zupke. I don't know what to
I
tell you.
know.
No.
Yeah. Well, I heard this was a really nice group and that my stuff wouldn't get messed with. So discounted by 1, I'm going to put Illarg out with no protection and
Hooray, kill it!
pass the turn.
Okay.
Zupke, I'm definitely not attacking you, I promise.
Draw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it.
Has nothing to do with
insane.
the soul snare.
All right. So I am going to play a mountain, and then I am going to preordain. So I'm going to scry 2 and then draw a card.
All right. I'll allow it.
I actually like that one. I feel like it does things, and that's how cards should be, right?
Yeah,
They
cards
should-
Most of them.
Should they do things or?
They should probably.
All right,
Mostly.
let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually no, let's do 2. I'm gonna play Glass of the Guild Pact. Multicolored creatures I control get +1/+1.
Wow, that's really, really good.
Dig it.
So I'm gonna go to combat, and I'm gonna swing the Locust God at Ajani, and then these 2 at... No. I'm going to
Gids.
swing the Locust God at Gideon,
Mm-hmm.
and these 2 at Ajani.
Why are you hating on me so
I-
hard?
I'm not
brought
hating. I'm
the
not hating.
Planeswalker attacks.
I could
You
be
gotta
going
keep
for
it check.
face. I could be going
Are
for
you-
He's
face.
scared of the
Are
planeswalkers.
you sure you're not hating?
All right, you won't get swung out again next turn, guaranteed.
That's because I don't have anything left.
No, you got it, Johnny. I
Except
pass.
his life total, which is at the highest.
You
Yeah.
pass after that?
Yeah.
Untap. Draw. Play a planes. I will tap 4. And I will cast a Gideon Champion of Justice.
Ooh, I love that Gideon.
So 4 mana, starts with 4 loyalty. He has a -15 that says exile all other permanents. But he has a +1 that says put a loyalty counter on Gideon of Justice for each creature target opponent controls, a 0 that turns him into a 4/4. Oh no, it turns him into a creature equal to the number of loyalty counters on him, his power and toughness.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to +1, and I'm going to target Andy.
Yes. Fair
Flory.
enough.
And I'll put 3 more counters on him, so he'll go up to 8 loyalty counters.
Yes.
That gets up to 15 pretty quick.
I'm sure Andy won't be putting out more tokens next turn. And I'm going to +1 my Johnny Goldmane to gain 2 life, and then I'll pass the turn.
Oh, I wasn't planning to attack your planeswalkers, Coil, but now I think I have to.
You don't have to. It's not at
That's
15.
That
some
Gideon
crazy
gets rid of
stuff.
all
Attack
land.
it when it's at 15.
Which will be next turn.
Could be.
It could be, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play my land for the turn is a Reliquary Tower.
Nice.
And I'm going to cast Sky Shroud Claim.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Search my library for 2 forest cards, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle my library.
I really like
Notice
all
the
the
lack of the
permanents out
word
today.
tapped.
It is nice.
It's a common. That's a common card, by the way. Mr. Flory, in case you're wondering.
Oh, Sky Shard Claim?
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
building your popper deck.
I think the Pauper commander that I'm going to be building is Risen Reef as the commander.
Mm-hmm.
nice. Coil, I haven't caught the match yet, but I built a pauper commander deck based around is it Tetsuko?
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh,
unblockable.
Ozawa?
I heard you did the same, so I really want to check that out.
Wait, not that one.
That's Bolas. That's wrong.
This one.
Yeah, tap that definitely rocks, and I can't wait to see that video.
Oh my gosh, the first video is insane. You need to go watch. Oh my gosh.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No
No
spoilers.
spoilers, no spoilers, please. Yeah, but mine's it's popper, and it's just try to make it unblockable, everything unblockable as possible.
That's awesome.
So I got a Temple Garden and a Breeding Pool. I put the Breeding Pool in untapped, so I took the 2 damage,
Mhm.
and Temple Garden tapped. Yeah, I think we'll get a little bit in there. And this is going to go at Gideon. It's a 3/3.
Down to 5 loyalty.
And then I go to my end step and pass to Colin.
Okay, I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna draw for turn, and I'm gonna play my land for turn, which I had in my opening hand, and it seems like it's gonna work out after all.
Yeah.
Temple of the False God. All right, we got there. We got there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe a seventh. Maybe a 7th red mana, red creature spells I cost 1 less. So this would be not quite enough there. All right. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for some kind of creature.
And
Some
that wasn't
kind of monster.
Did you just claim a second ago that amount of mana wasn't enough?
Oh, for something else.
Oh no! Does it cost 11?
No, I don't know what that is, but there is one dragon in this. Oh wait, is it 11?
Is Blightsteel
There's a
Colossus 11? Is that what it is?
No.
Yeah,
No.
Blightsteel's
No.
11.
Oh, okay.
Besides, I wouldn't cast Blightsteel. I'd just smash in with Illarg.
Correct.
Yeah, so I'm going to move to combat. And when Illarg attacks, I can put a creature from my hand into the battlefield tapped and attacking. So it doesn't have to attack a player, so I think just for all fairness and fun and games.
Yeah, you just keep getting me down. All fairness, absolutely.
We're going to send Illarg at Gideon.
Okay.
And we are going to flash in. Tapped and attacking. Andy Flurry, do you have any blockers up?
Not right now.
No. Okay.
I can draw
so...
2 cards to make 2 insects, though.
Yeah.
Off of what's presented.
Yeah, I appreciate the extra information. And Zupke, you don't have any blockers, eh?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna have Inferno Titan enter the battlefield at Zupke over here. And when it enters the battlefield, I'm gonna have it deal 3 damage. 2 to Johnny, and 1 to Andy Flurry's face.
My face.
Just to spread it out a little bit, I guess.
All right. 35.
I declare no blocks.
Okay, I have no effects.
Yep, same here. Officers take damage.
Ooh.
All right.
I have only 5 planes.
Remember when we were talking about how the Atraxa deck, all planeswalkers, drew a lot of hate? I'm feeling like it might be a little bit residual, but okay. Then we're gonna tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discounted by 1. 4. Oh dear. Scourge of the Throne?
That's a good card.
It's a good card. I'm going to be drawing a lot of hate myself, I'm sure.
So what does that one have again? Can you remind me?
So it's dethrone. So attack the person with the highest life total, which is currently not you, so don't worry.
I'm worried.
When it attacks the person with the highest life total, you untap all attacking creatures and have an additional combat phase.
Gross.
Right. Yeah. Super gross. I'm going to move to my end step. This is going to come back to my hand.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
Oh, did you do your Hazard's Monument trigger?
It says you may, and I'm going to. I completely forgot, but I will remember for later.
Okay.
I'm gonna put something like blazing red on top of that thing.
At the end of your turn,
it's fine.
I'm gonna pay 4, and I'm gonna activate the Locust God to draw a card and discard a card.
Hey.
I'm gonna discard this island.
I probably also could have pumped up the Inferno Titan had I thought about what I was going to cast before I did.
Math is for blockers, not for attackers.
Draw.
Oh yeah, big piggy.
Okay, so I played. I drew my card, got an insect. I will play Cephalid Colosseum, which taps for a blue and I take a damage, or I can tap for a blue and sack it and draw 3 cards, but only if I have threshold, so 7 or more cards in my graveyard. Which I don't. I have 3. Do you guys want to see a really cool Nambo that I just realized I had?
Yes, that sounds great.
All insects get -2/-2.
No, it's called Skull Clamp that can't kill anything now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I ran into that in my Alila deck because I was like pumping all these fairies up super gigantic, and I was like, this Skull Clamp is never going to do anything.
At least that one insect is gonna do 1 more damage, right?
I mean, I could put it on the Locust God because now Commander's Dice triggers. I get to actually draw the
Hell.
cards off of it now. Okay, let's go ahead and pay 3 or 1, 2. No, that's silly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep this blue up. I like that. I'm gonna play Memory Jar, so I can sacrifice Memory Jar, and each player sets aside their hand face down and draws 7 cards. At the end of their turn, they put those cards. It's at the end of their turn, they discard their hand and then put the ones that they set aside back into their hand.
At the end of their turn, or at the end of the.
At the end of the turn. At the end of the turn.
And then
Nice.
did you take damage from your Cephalid Coliseum?
I did not. Thank you. I did not. So I take my 1 damage. The chat says, "Yo, maybe planeswalkers weren't the threat."
Yeah, I'm with chat.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move to. Yeah, I'm gonna move to combat. How much is that Scourge? How big is that beefy thing?
It is a 5/5.
It's a 5/5, and my Locust God is also a 5/5. No, that's not fun. No one likes that.
I mean, I kind of do.
All right,
Red player burn the world down. No, okay.
all right, I'm gonna move to combat, and I'm going to swing 8 damage at Colin.
Oh, good. They're all 2/2s.
They are all
for now.
2/2s for now.
Oh, the Scourge of the Throne is kind of like a nice card in this deck, and I don't know that I want to risk it, but you know what? I'm gonna block one of those little guys.
Yes.
And
So
hope they don't get bigger.
they don't. You're just gonna take 6.
Okay. Ooh, thank goodness.
I feel like 4 flying hasty 2/2s is still pretty gross.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and pass.
So Coil, what you need to do now is pay 10 life for something.
I'm playing white. Draw.
I mean, you could overload a Winds of Abandon, and I'd be pretty happy right now.
How about I do one of these? I pay 3 for a Ghostly Prison.
Oh, that's
Nice.
great.
And then I'm going to pass the turn.
That's really good.
Yeah, that was a good top deck right there. I was hoping for a land, and I got something better.
How many cards do you have in hand?
4.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Colin is going to pay the 2 to get an extra combat, but you know.
Yeah, the thing about Illarg, and the other thing is, I'm gonna get at least one creature that doesn't need to pay that, but that's
Correct.
probably not coming at you, so don't worry.
Yeah, you need someone to stay at the highest life total that isn't going to have creatures to block.
All right. Yeah, I think we'll get this out of the way here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna cast Winds of Wrath, destroy all creatures that aren't enchanted.
No.
Woo woo.
Okay.
There goes my plan.
That's cool, Andy.
That's cool. Yeah.
All right.
The Locust guy
Okay.
went to the graveyard, FYI.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, good.
If you Bojuka Bog it, then it has to go to the command zone. That's, otherwise it comes back to my hand.
You could leave it in exile, I guess.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing Tuvasa at Colin for 3.
Hail. I will be taking 3, and that is commander damage. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I totally forgot to mark minus commander damage.
Tuvasa, 1, 2, 3.
And then I go to my end step and pass the turn.
The Locust God comes back to my hand.
All right.
Mhm.
I think Zupke also forgot to mark his commander damage from Illarg. Untap,
didn't
upkeep,
you with
draw.
Illarg? You technically.
Oh, who did I attack? Oh, yeah, that's right. Who did
Yeah.
I attack with that? Oh, was that
You
the
attacked-
Planeswalker?
You attacked
Yeah, so
Gideon.
there's none. Yeah. That's great. Okay, I played my land for turn. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and maybe an 8th mana for
A little bit of mana there.
Yeah, quite a lot. Cool. Who's got something cool? I kind of want to save this one. Illarg is going to cost 7,
Mhm.
but I can't give it haste. And Tuvasa is hexproof.
Mhm.
Cool.
Darn right it is.
Darn. Well,
Illarg only
1,
costs
2,
6.
3, 4,
Your
5, 6,
monument.
7. I think I'm going to pass a turn.
All right, untap.
Ooh, watch out. He's got
Mono red
counter-
control. What's
He's
up?
got red counter spells.
Draw.
Cyclonic lightning bolt.
Yeah. The card I was looking for is a red counter spell.
Oh, red
It-
elemental blast or pyroblast?
Neither. It's called Mage's Contest.
Oh.
It is, I think, 2 red, and basically you get into a bidding war in life total over who's going to let the spell resolve or be countered.
Yeah.
It is really sweet and a lot of fun.
I'm paying 6 for the Locust God.
Okie dokie.
And
No
then
responses.
I will Well, it doesn't have anything that I really want it to have. So I guess I just pass my turn.
I will untap and draw. I will.
I'm looking at this card on stream. You cannot see the Locust God card at
No.
all on
No,
stream.
not at all.
So bad.
That same with the Hazard's Monument looks really weird. It's a foil version of it, and like it just looks super like faded or fake.
I just have to hold it right here on an angle, just like this, so you can see my card.
There we are.
I'm gonna tap.
We'll let it shine.
I'm gonna tap 5 for a Nahiri the Lithomancer.
Ooh,
Mm.
what does that Nahiri do again?
So it starts with 3 loyalty. I can +2 to put a 1/1 white core soldier creature token onto the battlefield, and I may attach an equipment I control to it. Spoiler, I run, I think, 2 equipments in the whole deck.
Okay.
I can -2 to put an equipment card from my hand or graveyard onto the battlefield, and I can -10 to put a colorless equipment artifact token named Stoneforged Blade onto the battlefield. It has indestructible, equipped creature, it gets +5/+5 and has double strike, and equip for 0.
Nice.
Okay.
I need to get this into my Nazan equipment deck.
Yes.
That is sweet.
I am going to +2 to make my core soldier, and then proceed through all of my steps to the end step.
Steps have been taken.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my draw erase marker with me right now.
Ruh-roh.
I'll have to get it between games. I'll find a 1/1 token.
Land for the turn is a forest. 9.
This deck plays with all the 1/1 tokens.
And 4/4 tokens.
This is one of my favorite 1/1 tokens, by the way. Is that War of the Spar? What is that from? Or Ikoria?
Is that one of Korea, the human soldier?
Yeah, this human soldier from Ikoria. Yeah.
Yeah, super sweet.
Manuel
going to-
Caston.
Attempt to cast Indestructibility, targeting Tuvasa.
That is a good card.
Well, I can't target Tuvasa with anything. I can't do anything about that spell either.
Is that resolve, Andy?
Oh yeah, I don't think I run counter spells in this deck. I cut a bunch.
That's good information.
That is very good information.
I cut the free ones at least. I think I might have like Arcane Denial, but yes, it resolves.
Okay.
Because Arcane Denial lets you draw cards.
Yes, that one works really well in this deck. And you can't run a blue deck without a counter spell. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was about to say Tetsuko doesn't, but no, it does.
My Tetsuko deck does not, and my Merfolk deck does not either.
All right, we get it. You're better than us.
I'm very much against counter spells. I don't know why. I hate getting my things countered, so I play without them for the most part. It
That's
probably
a good
makes
reason.
my blue decks a lot weaker, but.
Throw out some even more protection, because that's what I do.
Oh,
I'm going to cast Dissipation Field. Whenever a permanent deals damage to me, return it to its owner's hand.
Oh, that's perfect. I'll just get it back before the end step.
Oh man, that card's good.
Yeah, not when someone kills you. If you just spoiler, if they kill you and that thing is out, they don't have to return their creatures to their hand.
I've got fireworks by my house. If you
I'm gonna
start
go to
hearing
combat.
noises, I've got lots of fireworks happening
Yep.
here.
Yes. And just so you know, Ghostly Prison does not force anyone to pay extra to swing at planeswalkers.
That is, yes, pretty sweet.
This is a 5/5 Tuvasa. It's coming at Andy Flory.
Okay, I'm gonna pay 4
Ooh.
to draw a card and discard a card, and I will lose 1 life. For my Cephalid Coliseum, make an insect. Draw a card, discard a card. I'm gonna discard a Mystic Sanctuary, and then I'm gonna block it.
You got it. Insect dead.
Squishing all the bugs.
I like bugs. Dead bugs.
I go to my end step.
On your end step, I'm gonna pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, discounted by 1 to flash in Bogarden Hellkite.
Oh yeah.
When it enters, it deals 5 damage divided by as I choose. I'm gonna deal all 5. The Locust God is a 5/5 currently.
It is a 5/5.
We'll do that.
All right, the Locust God is dead.
Temporarily out of the picture, I suppose.
I guess so. You did that on the end step.
Yep. So I think it'll come back in my end step.
It'll come back on your end step.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and draw. We will play a land for turn.
Thought we were
And
friends, Colin.
we most certainly are. By the way, I love your new car. Was it a Jeep Grand Cherokee I saw?
I got a new car. See, we're best
look,
friends.
We're friends. I know. Yeah, that's how that works. Great. Okay, so let's see here. What can we do?
This
lot
chat is how you politic.
I have a lot of Bernie things in my hand.
Burning?
Yeah, feel the
Burning.
burn.
Yeah, feeling the burn. It's like all these things that just want to get out here. But I think I'm gonna go to combat first. And what does Nahiri do again? Like, what do we have to worry about? Is this a concern?
The -10 is definitely a concern. I do get to make a 1/1 on every single one of my turns.
But I have to pay 2. Oh no, I don't.
You do not
Okay.
have to pay 2 to attack Nahiri.
5 at Nahiri.
On the ground, right?
In the air.
Yeah, in the graveyard.
as the dragons do for the most part. All right, then we will pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, discounted by 1 for Illarg the second time. And I have potentially 3 mana that I can use otherwise.
Will you be doing your monument trigger?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I guess you had that on Zupke's turn too.
What does Monument do again?
Yeah.
I forget what
You
the
can,
name
you can loot.
Rummage.
Oh.
Is
Rummage,
it loot or
yeah.
rummage?
No, it's rummage. You're right.
Rummage. Yeah, I can rummage. I just have like the things in my hand that I kind of want to hold on to, so I'm not going to do that. And then I'll pass the turn.
Okay.
Just think about the even better things you could have in your hand, though. And at Colin's end step, Locust God returns to Andy's
Yes,
hand.
thank you.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Yes.
Yep.
So untap, draw.
Colin is trying to butter you up. Absolutely, I am.
Okay.
I watched Julia Childs. The way to make anything better is butter, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That is the lesson from watching Julia Child.
I'm
Yep.
gonna play the Locust God.
There it is.
Yeah. I wish I had a land.
Me too.
I see 8 lands on your board.
No, I only have
Yeah.
6. These are artifacts.
Oh yeah, I see 6 lands on your board.
I wish I had 7.
I wish I had 6.
Well, forget. I guess I drew this, so you might as well, right? We'll lose a life. We'll play a Thran Dynamo. Taps
There you
to
go.
add 3.
Get all that
Good guy.
colorless mana.
And then I'm gonna tap this, and I'm gonna add the Skull Clamp to my Locust God.
Yeah.
Because when it inevitably dies before my next turn, at least I'll draw 2 cards.
Oh, good. Now I only
will
need
pass.
4 to kill it.
You do only need 4. It's now a 6/4 because
Great.
it's getting +1/+1.
It's a crawworm.
So it gets +1/+1 plus the Skull Clamp +1 +2 -1 is +1
It's
-1
+1 -1, so it's getting +2 -1.
+2.
+2 +1 is what's really happening here.
Isn't it +2 +0?
Well, it's +1 and +1, so it's +2, and then +1 and -1. So I guess so. Actually, they negate. So it is a 5/5 that's getting +1 -1. So it's a 6/4.
6/4.
No, it's a 7/5. It's getting +2 +0.
Right, but its original is 4.
It's a 4/4 initially.
Oh, it's a 4/4. I'm sorry, I
Yes.
thought it was a 5/5.
No,
My apologies.
No,
My-
I was like, how
Okay.
long is this gonna take us?
I don't know.
Math is not my strong suit, everyone. Okay.
Indeed.
All right. I drew a card. Last turn, I paid 5 mana to make a 1/1. Let's see what I do this turn.
Last time on Coil's turn.
Yeah. I'm going to pay 3, and I'm going to cast a Gideon of the Trials.
Oh, we can't let that no, I don't even know what it does.
So this
Kill it!
this
Don't even read
actually
it, just kill it.
this actually is in my opinion the strongest of all the Gideons. So +1 until end of turn, prevent all damage target permanent would deal. 0 until end of turn, Gideon of the Trials becomes a 4/4 human soldier creature token with indestructible, blah blah blah. Or I can 0 and get an emblem that says as long as you control a Gideon Planeswalker, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game.
This was the fun inverter hate
Yes.
for a short while there.
I'm just gonna go ahead and 0 Gids. I'm gonna just give Gids emblem and then pass the turn.
So this says if you have the Gideon, you just don't lose. How many Gideons do you have? Because we've already killed
Yeah, how
2.
many Gideons exist?
You've killed 2. There's 1 here, and I think there's 1 or 2 more in the deck.
Do you have the flippable one?
Kithian?
No, I do not play Kithian because Kithian won't
Kithian.
flip in this deck because, as you can see, I have a 1 creature house.
You could play
You
Djeru.
passed, right, Coil?
Yes, I did pass. I could swing with Djeru. It's most of the time Djeru doesn't swing though. He's too little. 3 toughness on a 5 CMC creature is not great.
Some options here.
As long as the options are to the top left and the bottom left, I'm totally cool with that.
We'll see.
Quick, Andy, randomize the player order.
Yeah, right.
That would be kind of a cool, like not plane chase, but like real world chase where real world things happen in the game.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm going to swing Tuvasa. I keep second guessing myself on who I should attack here.
How big
I'm
is
gonna
Tuvasa?
swing- It's currently a 5/5.
Okay.
I guess that'll be coming at Colin.
Knowing that I have a 6/6 to block with.
I mean, Tuvasa's
Yes.
indestructible.
I know. That's what makes it so hard. I'm not going to block. So I'm going to take 5 unless you got anything up your
Pump
sleeve.
it to 21.
Yeah, I was gonna do something regardless.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna put epic proportions on that. So it's got flash, enchanted creature gets +5/+5.
An
and
additional
trample.
5. Okay.
So that'd be an additional 6 actually, because it's an
4,
enchantment.
5, 6, and 6 more
And,
commander damage.
I draw a card.
I'm up to 14 Tuvasa damage.
Uh-oh.
Not feeling great about that. You weren't kidding about making it a 2020.
Do you run Colossification in your deck, Zupke?
I have not put it in here yet.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't. I think I just forgot. I was planning to.
Okay.
But that one doesn't have flash, which
It doesn't.
kind of makes it a lot worse.
It does give it +20, +20,
It does.
though.
It does. So if I got my ley line of anticipation out, then that's a game ender for someone.
Yeah, there you go.
True.
Or Sigarda's Aid, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
And then I'm gonna go. I'll go to my end step, and if there's no effects, I'll pass.
No effects. Okay, so Zupke, man, I was really looking forward to playing with you, and here we are.
It's not all coming at you all the time.
I've
gonna spread it out.
I've just drawn a card that I have to think about here for a second.
It's a miracle.
It is
sure
a
is a
miracle.
miracle.
There's only really one red miracle.
There's two. One of them does damage. It's garbage, but
Please.
still.
It's not that one.
Colin, we
obviously.
can be
I think,
really good
isn't-
friends.
That's gonna make Andy Fleury pretty happy.
Please.
I don't know. I don't. We can be that good of friends, huh? What
Yeah,
does that give you? Like
14
7
power?
2/2s? This is gonna come into my hand currently. I have other things that need to be done within my hands here. Okay, so Zupke, all of that is enchantments, right?
Yes.
Red is famously really good for dealing with enchantments.
Well, you got Chaos Warp, right?
Somewhere in there, yeah, there's definitely a Chaos Warp somewhere. I don't know if it's in there currently. Indestructibility is rough. And Andy Fleury, what kind of artifacts do you have over there? I see the Hedron Archive and the Soul Ring.
I have a Thran Dynamo, Glass of the Guild Pact, and Skull Clamp.
And
Memory Jar.
you say.
And a Memory Jar. Yeah, this one, the Memory Jar is very good.
Oh, yeah. What's the highest CMC of any of them?
It is Memory Jar at 5.
For reasons. Okay. And Memory Jar, yeah, sacrifice it. Each player exile. This is the.
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
we set our hands aside, you draw 7, and then at the end discard those 7 and get your old hand back.
At the end of the turn?
That turn, yes.
So at the end of my turn,
Yes.
potentially. Okay. I have to figure out how best to do this. When a permanent deals damage to you, return it to its owner's hand. And you can
That'd probably be
exile
pretty good with that
something
Bogarden Hellkite,
that's
right?
attacking. What?
That'd probably be pretty good with your Bogarden Hellkite to keep recasting that, huh?
Except you can exile it.
I could do that too.
So I have to give you a choice, basically. And Coil, it's just a 1/1 blocker you have there.
I have 1/1 on the ground. It is a core soldier, not a human soldier.
Okay.
In case that matters, I can mutate onto this.
I
Hmm.
can
Okay.
see you running Cub Warden in that deck, huh?
No,
Coil.
I can't. What?
I also have to live against, how big is Tuvasa?
It's currently. I don't know how much damage did you just take.
Too much.
It's
Like 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 11, 11.
11 trample, and I have to block how much of that to live?
This
7?
This is not coming at you next turn, I promise.
Okay, all right, that sounds better. Okay, then we're gonna do something fun instead. So
I'm scared.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Flurry, Locust God is too big, so we are, Coil, gonna send this at your face instead of Gideon.
You will have to pay 2.
I will pay 2.
Okay.
And I'm going.
Yeah, tap the
What?
temple. Tap their temple.
Sure.
Unless you have an Eldrazi coming out
No,
later.
no,
and you need
there's
the
no
colorless
Eldrazi.
mana.
There's no Eldrazi. We are going to set Mindclaw Shaman onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking Gideon. It's only a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You may cast an instant or sorcery from that player's hand without casting its paying its mana cost. Andy
You
Flurry,
should no pick me, Colin, Colin,
Coil.
pick me.
Coil, I choose you.
Okay. So enter the battlefield will trigger first.
Yep.
So I have so it's reveal or look at.
It says
Reveal.
you reveal their hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Reveal their hand.
Card 1 is an Ajani, Adversary of Tyrants.
I can't do anything with that.
I know. I'm getting the ones you can't do anything with out of the way first.
Oh my god!
Is a Ajani
Ajani
Wise Counselor.
Tribal. I love it.
Hold on. And you're gonna be mad because it's gonna be the last card because I have a Mana Tithe here as well.
Ooh.
But
Nice.
the one you're probably gonna want is this one. It's called Chroma's Vengeance. And it destroys all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments.
That's really horrible.
Ew.
Artifacts, creatures, and enchantments.
Uh-huh.
Do I want to do that?
I don't think so. I can help
It
you.
blows up 5 enchantments on Andy Zupke's field.
It blows
That's
up
true.
6 on mine. Artifacts.
Exactly.
Oh, it gets rid of the indestructibility. Okay. We will.
Yep.
I may cast it. I suppose we are going to cast it.
Is it until end of turn, or does it say immediate?
No, it just says you may cast an instant or sorcery card from that player's hand without paying its mana cost. So I think it's right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Let's pull the trigger on that one.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's in their hand?
Yep.
So I can get
Ooh.
rid of it with Memory Jar right now? Or is that an
Oh.
instant? Is that an instant or a sorcery?
No.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
This
'cause I
this
think
is
matter.
all going to resolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is all one thing. So
Okay.
that I've chosen to cast that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's on the stack.
Yeah, all right. So then I guess I'm going to sack my Memory Jar. So we're all going to set our hands to the side and draw 7.
Okay.
Oh.
Hand to the side, draw 7.
Well, I'm not attacking Andy Flurry next turn.
Well,
either,
my
that's
creatures are all dying right now, aren't they?
They will be.
Yeah.
Okay.
It gives Colin some cards, so like maybe Colin will wheel after this. We can be friends.
We can be friends. And then what happens with all these cards after this turn?
You discard them.
Oh no.
I feel exactly the
5,
same
6,
way.
7. I'm one short of my it was a 9-drop dragon.
I just lose all this stuff no matter what.
You're gonna lose it. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
It gets destroyed.
That's okay.
I agree.
Okay.
However, this will resolve before damage resolves. So
Yes, it will. Yep. I understand that.
So everything gets blowed up.
Yeah, Illarg goes back in. I've cast it twice. The Mindclaw Shaman. I was hoping to get some extra value off of that, like do it a couple of
Do
times.
I not get? I don't get my Skull Clamp trigger either. They're dying at the same time.
Oh
Right?
no, Hazard's Monument is gone. Now I can't even cast the other cool thing.
It says when
I
it
think
dies.
you would still get the trigger.
You still draw your cards. You just don't get
still
insects.
draw the cards.
Okay. So these are all going here. I'm going to draw my 2 cards.
Yep.
And these are...
They're going to get discarded,
Oh, that
aren't they?
sucks. Yeah, I think so. It says, an attorney each player discards their hand. Yeah, so these 2 are
Is Skull Clamp a May trigger?
No.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Or these
I was
go
1
here.
mana off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And none of this is at instant speed.
This is
Ooh.
the worst.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have 6. I have 6 mana available, and I think the best thing that I can do with it is just put out a dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going to cast World Gorger Dragon.
Oh!
It's not a combo, it's just for fun. When it enters the battlefield, exile all other permanents I control. Oh, wait a minute.
Until
this is
it
when
leaves.
it leaves? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Until it leaves.
No, that's
Yeah,
not what
no,
I
no,
wanna do.
no.
That usually works with Illarg.
Right.
Right. Not currently. I was like, all right, end step, I'll get my stuff untapped. Okay, then Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's right. I haven't played my land for turn. That's it. I'm gonna play my land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, better, closer, warmer. Tap 7 for Drakuseth, and that's gonna be my turn.
All right.
So
I have
I have a
Discard?
question here.
yeah.
Why did we still resolve the Chroma's Vengeance if Andy got rid of it with Memory Jar?
So it was already on the stack.
It was on the stack.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I had been able to.
Yeah.
But
He's
I didn't
great.
know it was in Coil's hand. I was hoping Colin was going to choose my hand. I had a fun instant.
Coil just sounded so insistent, and I feel so bad for
So
listening.
It doesn't really
So-
matter. I have a
You
Kozilek
have
that's
to
getting
warn me next
discarded,
time.
so it's
Oh,
a
okay.
bunch. So my stuff's all going to just shuffle in.
Cool.
But
All right, so everything we
the Locust
drew
God
with
is
Memory
going to come
Jar
back,
gets
though.
discarded then, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The card I'm discarding is Dragon Tyrant. It's a 10 mana dragon, not 11. But it has Flying Trample and Double Strike that has Fire Breathing also. So if you can ever sneak that in with Ilharg, it can basically one-shot somebody.
So question.
That was the one
I
was the one I was looking for.
Yeah, that's. I
Are we
get to
telling each other what we discarded? Or
Well,
does
I
anybody
have
care?
a question. The only reason is because I have the Locust God trigger with, and it was my trigger of the Memory Jar. Can I I can stack this so the Locust God comes back before I shove this Eldrazi in here, correct? They're both at the beginning of the next end step.
So you're going to want to discard your hand first.
No, I'm not, because I discard and then it shuffles the whole graveyard in.
Right, so the trigger will go on the stack when Kozilek goes into the graveyard.
Oh.
So that's the trigger that you need to stack with the Locust God one. So it's not actually the memory. So if the Memory Jar, how do you do this?
No.
How do you do this?
I need the Locust God back in my hand, and it comes. I think I lose the Locust God no matter what.
I think you're losing Locust God.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Because if it comes to my hand, then I discard it. If it doesn't, I put this in here and then I shuffle immediately.
When you shuffle
it, you could choose it to go to the command zone.
That's
because it's changing.
But I can't cast it from the command zone because I just lost all that mana.
Oh,
I only have 6 mana. All right, I think it's going to the command zone.
That is not what I wanted to happen.
Yeah,
but
so
yeah,
that-
I don't.
Yeah, so all right, so I shuffle all this in. Yeah, and the Locust guy goes to the command zone.
Here, I'll make you feel better.
Where he
Don't really have
belongs.
anything.
I'm discarding a Johnny Steadfast, which is a combo piece with my commander.
We know what you're discarding. You showed us all of it, didn't you?
No, that was my original hand. This is my new
this is
hand.
another Ajani.
I'm discarding Approach at the Second Sun, which is a
hooray.
new condition.
That's an all-star
I'm discarding
right there.
Authority of the Consuls, which would have been the
Oh.
best freaking card ever in this game. And then Skull Clamp, Mirage Mirror, Scavenger Grounds, and a Plains.
I think if I hadn't lost all that, I think I had the win on my turn. So fair
I'm
enough.
really glad it happened.
Oh, good. Yes, I'm very. Then I'm happy that Coil, you convinced me. Yeah, that's the end of my turn. I didn't discard anything important except for some big dragons and a Banefire. So
Yeah,
that's
I've
it.
been sitting on 5 lands. I didn't have the mana to cast a Chroma's Vengeance this entire game.
Doesn't it have cycling?
It does have cycling for 3, but I kept I have a lot of
Untap,
planeswalkers that
draw.
are 3 or 4 CMC.
And the information you all have, by the way, I still have an Inferno Titan in my hand, which you know about, and some kind of miracle card, which I'm not going to tell you what it is. All right.
And you know about my hand as well.
I'm gonna play Whirlpool Warrior. When it enters, I windfall myself. So the Kozilek that I just drew is going with Alhamret's Archive and Blasphemous Act into my deck, and then I'm going to draw 3. And hopefully get a land.
Oh, Tuvasa is like not protected now.
That is correct.
Yep.
That's nice.
It is still alive.
Probably could have just Bane-fired it, I suppose.
I'm going to draw 3.
Why? Don't worry about it.
I
did promise you.
For me, it's the commander damage.
A Reliquary Tower, and then I'm going to pay 4 for my Hedron Archive that I got back.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray!
And then I pass.
I didn't think I needed to worry about Tuvasa.
And draw. I'm going to +1 Gideon and prevent all damage that Drakuseth would deal until my next turn.
Nice. Good choice.
That's for everybody, right?
Yes.
Coil's the real hero.
I'm keeping everyone in the game. I'm going to tap 3, and I didn't draw a land, but I did draw a Darksteel Ingot.
Okay.
Hey-o.
Indestructible.
It's indestructible, but we've already cast the Chroma's Vengeance, so I don't know if that's going to matter anymore or not, but we'll see. And I'm back to the exact same 3 cards. I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay.
I keep flashing this Mana Tithe so people know that I still have it.
Yeah, that's pay 1, right?
You have to counterspell unless it pays 1.
Yeah, leave 1 up. I have to set a reminder for myself because I'm the exact type of person that will be like, I've just confirmed it, I know about it, and then I'll tap out and cast some giant dragon or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play a Port Town. Comes into play tapped unless I reveal plains or an island. There you go.
Hey.
And let's see. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cast a Bear Umbra, targeting Tuvasa. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, and whenever it attacks, I untap all my lands. I draw a card off of Tuvasa.
Is it Totem Armor as well?
It is Totem Armor, yes. Thank you.
As the Umbras are.
And let's see. So Tuvasa is a 4/4, no longer hexproof or indestructible. Thank you very much for all that.
Oh, it'll come back.
Thank you, Colin.
I could have taken care of it if you left Drakuseth alone.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Uh-huh.
We're going to send this at Coil. He's got a really high life total.
I do.
4 damage coming at you. And I untap all my lands.
7 commander damage from Tatiova. Not Tatiova, Tuvasa. Sorry.
I'm insulted.
Yeah. Me too.
Then I will go to my end step and pass.
Okay. Untap, keep and draw. Let's see. We have a land for turn. Doing quite well with the lands today.
Just rubbing it in. Just rubbing it in.
I feel like I was there have been a few times where I've gotten so mana screwed in this deck where I'm like, do I have enough lands? And I even looked before we play it. I was like, let me look at the deck list. There's plenty of lands in there. Don't worry, it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't do anything with Hujima face. How big is Tuvasa now?
4/4.
4/4. Darn. 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 Okay. Man, and Drakuseth is just gonna sit there. Cool, cool.
I just figured one of Drakuseth's triggers was probably going to kill Gideon, so I'm like, let's just make that so that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
One of his
1, 2, 3.
triggers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is our wheel, and the Locust God is not currently out, so that's like seemingly okay to do right now.
It is not.
I'm cool with a wheel.
4, 5. Well, I suppose we'll do a little bit of wheeling first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Reforge the Soul. I'm discarding a Magma Quake, which I was sad about.
I'm gonna make you pay one more for it.
Oh, great, cool. Pay 1.
All right, cool. I'm discarding it anyway.
Yeah. I was going to try to cast a Magma Quake in the same turn, but it wouldn't have taken care of Tuvasa anyway, Inferno Titan, and Hort Smelter Dragon, which is why I was asking about the artifacts earlier.
Phyrexian Altar is all I have.
2 Ayanis.
2 lands, Molting Skin, and Estrid's Invocation.
All right. Ooh, I like Estrid's Invocation.
7.
And then we draw
It's
7.
a good one.
Yep.
All right. Drawing 7.
Okay. And I've already played my land for
I could
turn.
cry. I drew a land.
That. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. I'm going to pay 2 for Mind Stone, and I will pass the turn.
All right. Untap and draw. I am going to play an island, and then I am going to play I'm going to pay 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the Locust God. And then I am going to pay nothing else, and I'm going to swing shoot. I'm going to swing 2 at Andy Zupke.
You got it, buddy.
And then after that, I pass my turn.
All right.
Just also, I guess I should mention Whirlpool Warrior does have a second ability, so I can pay a red, sack it, and everybody windfalls their own hand.
Mm-hmm.
Do they discard or do they shuffle graveyard?
No, that's a Winds of Change.
Or Winds of Change. Each player shuffles their cards from their hand in... you're right, yeah. Each player shuffles the cards from their hand into their library and draws that many.
Okay.
Yeah, not windfall.
All right. I'll untap, and I will draw. I did not get a land drop.
Really?
In my fresh 7.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy cow.
So I gotta think about what I want to do with my 6 mana I have now.
Oh man.
I think I'm going to shoot. Okay, we'll do this. This is the more fun place. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap 4, and I'm going to cast Sarah the Benevolent.
Heyo.
So Sarah comes in with 4 loyalty counters. has 3 abilities. +2, creatures you control with flying get +1/+1 until end of turn. -3, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. -6, you get an emblem with, if you control a creature, damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. I will -3 her to create a 4/4 flying vigilance angel token. Then I will +1 Gideon of the Trials, and I am going to target Drakuseth one more time.
Oh,
That thing can blow up 2 of my planes.
I could be a tool for you instead.
Okay, I'm listening.
What else can it blow up? How big is Tuvasa? 4? It could take care of Tuvasa and the.
I'll target Tuvasa with Gideon of the Trials +1.
Hail.
I see.
And then I will pay 1 white and cast a land tax so that I'll never miss another land drop.
Nice.
That's true. You will
Yeah,
never
that
miss
works.
one. You will never miss one.
And I'll pass the turn after that.
All right. Land for the turn is an Eddarkar Wastes. White border. Ooh.
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 Okay. 2. Eddarkar will be a colorless. I'm gonna cast a Citizen Champion.
Oh,
It's a 1/3 with Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters a battlefield under my control, I put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. You're all silent.
No, that's
Solid.
cool.
Yep.
Solid.
It's
You
a
got
very
it.
good card. Very good card.
I have nothing to do.
Okay.
I imagine that it's going to be too big for Drakuseth to do anything about by the time it makes it to my turn. So
I will cast a Transcendent Envoy. It's a 1/2 enchantment creature with flying. Aura spells I cast cost 1 less to cast. A couple triggers.
Mhm.
+1/+1 counter here, and then I got 2 card draw triggers. You're all silent again.
You got
all
it.
good. You got it.
Am I just playing so well that you're
We're
in
watching your
awe?
board
I'm so
grow in awe.
Yeah, like there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about that.
It's just under our breath. We're swearing. We're not supposed to do it on the pod. We're not supposed to do it on the stream.
I'm
Mother
gonna
F.
pay 2.
Shoot.
I'm gonna put a Cage of Hands on Drakuseth.
Oh,
What is
fudge.
that?
Hail.
2, and then I have a card draw from Citizen Champion.
Is it like an arrest? That card?
Yeah,
It
can
can't attack or
attack or
block.
block.
And I can pay 1 and a white to return it to my hand.
Ooh, that's super good.
It can't attack or block? That's pretty great.
Yeah. So I'm putting that on Seth, the dragon.
Mhm.
That's a great name. The name's Seth. Draku Seth.
And then, let's see. Gonna pay 3 for a Chromatic Lantern.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cage of Hands.
There it is.
That looks like. Wait, what's that character from the Powerpuff Girls? Him?
Yes.
Him.
Does it look like him?
Like the crab claws.
Oh yeah.
But with more fingers.
Less frills around the neck.
Well, Colin only drew 2 hands, but.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like holding. Like,
Do I want to keep going with this? I feel like I'm just throwing too much on the board and it's all going to get blown up as soon as Andy Flory casts the Cyclonic Rift.
No.
That's not blown up. That's back in
Yeah,
your
well,
hand.
yeah.
And then he wheels.
It was poor choice of words. I'm
No.
sorry.
No, then he wheels it away. So it's probably actually good choice of words.
I don't run Narset Parter Veils, so I'm not that person.
That's not the card I said.
I know.
That's not the card I said.
It's not what you said, but Coyle was thinking both in combination, which I did do one time, and that was mean.
I mean,
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, Cyclonic Rift Wheel is a great combo. just by itself. Go ahead, Colin.
All right.
I heard there were some people you traumatized with the Narset wheel.
Yeah, I feel
All
bad
right.
for them. I do. I was a mean person.
I'm gonna be a little bit mean. Well, kind of. I'm gonna cast a Darksteel mutation on the Locust God.
Ooh, like it.
Yeah,
That's mean.
yeah.
All right.
Does it still have all of its abilities?
No.
It loses all abilities.
Do you have any responses, Andy?
No.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you wanted to wheel or not.
No.
Well, Locust God is still Locust God.
I do not.
And
This is-
then, since I can't deal any damage with Tuvasa, I will pass the turn.
Okay.
But it is indestructible, so if that Dracuseth can swing, it can't kill my stupid bug.
It's true. Very true.
Sack the Mind Stone and draw a card at the end of turn. Untap.
I love it when someone Darksteel mutations something that already has like 20 +1/+1 counters on it. And it's like, yeah, you just gave me indestructible. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I
Okay.
wrote Locust God on there, and I made it as legible as the actual card itself.
Huh.
It's true.
Oh dear.
It's true.
And you do have enough mana to return this Cage of Hands to your hand.
Yeah.
That's nice. That must be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't seem great. Doesn't seem lovely. There's this. There's that. There's the other thing. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna cast Utbara Hellkite.
Ooh.
Whenever a dragon I control attacks, create a 6/6 red dragon creature token with flying. And that I think is about all I can do.
All right. End of turn, I'm going to Cyclonic Rift just the Darksteel mutation back to your hand.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
2 mana Cyclo Rift. It did work.
You guys, I do that all the time. I love it.
Yeah.
Untap. Draw. Make a little bug. Guys, it's been a while since... Did you miss my little bugs? I miss my little bugs.
I'm just glad that they're not tutus anymore.
Should I play this, or...
Oh, you got it again. I mean, to be fair, Djeru out and your bugs being 1 power is really good for me. So when you played that mirror, I'm like, I'm never playing Djeru. There's no point.
So, I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a Sage of the Falls. Whenever it or another creature enters, I can draw a card and discard a card.
Oh, you win. Anyone have
I remember
counterspell?
what that does.
Because it's literally game right there.
So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and pay 4. And I'm going to activate the Locust God to draw a card and discard a card. So when this happens, I can draw and discard.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. So what do we need to kill?
Sage
Either
of the
Locust
Falls
God
or the
or
Locust
the
God.
Sage of the Falls.
Yeah.
How big is Locust God?
4/4.
However, Andy very smartly left up 1 red mana so that he can wheel regardless. So you'll need 2
Yeah.
answers.
And Sage of Falls is
The creature
2/5
that I can
or something?
sack.
No, how big is it?
It's a 2/2.
No, Sage of Falls.
So
Sage
a
of
Sage of
Falls.
Falls is a 2/5. Yeah.
2/5. I can only do 1 damage to any of it.
Okay, so I'm going to draw a card and discard a card. When this happens, I make a bug. So at first I have to discard. I'm going to discard this island. Now, a creature came in, so I can draw a card and discard a card. So I'm going to draw a card and discard a card. And then I make another bug.
Does he have enough to do that in his deck?
I
He has
do because the
Kozilek.
Kozilek
Yeah.
goes to the graveyard and
Oh,
shuffles it back
nice.
in.
So good.
So I'm gonna do that, but to shortcut, if there's an answer, I will go through it. I will absolutely go through it.
No, I will put something on the stack. I'm going to pay 1 and 2 red for Starstorm and deal 1 damage to each creature.
Oh, you could do that when he goes.
Yeah,
to
you can do that when he
combat.
swings.
What?
You
When
can do.
Oh,
And then
Yeah.
all the Locust die. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're not big anymore.
No, they're just
Right.
1/1s.
Oh,
So-
never mind. I don't have anything.
You got it. Well, what you could let me take them
Yeah.
out and then wipe my board.
Yeah, do as many as you want.
So-
I mean, at this point, you know.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
I thought they were all tutus, and I was like, there's no way.
18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 25, 26.
YouTube, you can direct those comments at
30.
me on Twitter. Please do not direct them at the Guardian Project.
You know, I think it's a shame that Electrum put this great pun in the chat just as Andy started his turn.
49. Okay, so
At AT Flory, the Locust God being back bugs me.
45. Okay, so that happens. I'm gonna shuffle Kozilek and everything back in. And then I'm going to
For some
move-
reason, I thought this was Magma Quake, which didn't deal damage to flying,
Well, I guess
which
I guess I
was
have to
in
keep
my hand
going.
earlier.
No, I have to keep going.
You do have to keep going.
So I'm
You-
gonna one.
You need to do 5 damage to Gideon. You need to get around my 1 blocker. 40 life to me. You need to get
20.
around Zupke's flyer and 30 life to him.
But it doesn't matter because Kozilek's just gonna.
Yeah, he can infinitely loop it.
Yeah.
41, 2,
You
3,
need-
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2.
You need 76 for exact damage.
Okay, so that was like 55. And Kozilek
Can't we
hit
just
again.
say it's 76 and
No,
shortcut it?
77 for exact. Or no, if you swing with Locust God, then it's less. But just with Locust, it's 77 for exact.
I mean, we can say that it's that then. I mean, that's
Yeah,
fine.
sure, because it's just
Okay.
gonna keep looping anyway. So you have enough for lethal damage.
And then I'm gonna swing at. I'm gonna hit the Gideon. I'm gonna hit
Yep.
Coil, and I'm gonna hit Andy for the damage.
Right, and then I'll do the Starstorm.
After the damage.
Yeah, after the damage, Starstorm happens, and then yes, that.
Well, so Zupke,
Wait.
do you have any responses?
Why after the damage?
Well, I mean, unless you
Well,
want to save.
unless you
all of
want
us.
to
If you
save them.
Oh, you're going right after them.
Yeah,
only
Yeah,
I'm
going
not
for
swinging
us.
at you.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Go ahead. Be my
Exactly.
guest.
So I will pass priority. Zupke, I don't know if you have anything.
I have nothing.
All right, I block 1 with the angel. There's enough to get through. We all die.
You all are being too nice to me. I'm like misplaying all over the place. Like, yeah, okay, opponent's out. Great.
So then you
I just
dealt,
have to deal with another.
you dealt the damage to
infinite-
all these bugs and 1 damage
Yeah.
to each creature. Okay.
All right, your Drakuseth is no longer caged.
Heyo.
I guess I really should have put out Norn's Annex last turn. Dang.
All right, and then 1 damage was dealt to each creature, and I pass.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Oh darn. Let's see. That is not anything that I wanted, and you can do this again basically on your next turn.
I can do it right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's pretty much game. I was hoping to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for Illarg, and then
Okay.
I'll pass and
And then I would
think
make.
you got it.
I'm gonna make the bugs now.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, but you still have Star. Oh no, you use your Starstorm already. I guess he
Yeah.
should have waited. I guess he had no reason to use Starstorm then.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if you would have kept looping it until you had enough to kill me at the same time.
Yeah, I think so. What would happen is he would have let me kill you. Then if he Starstormed, even after I did this, I would have just.
You could still do it.
I would have just waited, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, he just does it after you declare attackers.
Correct, but then I keep the Whirlpool Warrior up, and then I do it for blockers.
Yeah.
Sure.
There wasn't any way for me to get through. Very nicely done. I did end up drawing the Blightsteel Colossus, which is in the deck, and a Hellkite Tyrant, which none of which I have a lot of haste enablers in here, but none of them. There's Urbrass, so like if I could have, it wouldn't have mattered because I still couldn't get through all of those little bugs.
Little bugs. That was a great game. Thank you, Andy and Colin, for joining us.
Yeah.
So you can find, I guess we'll do our outro here. You can find me and Coil streaming on Thursdays. We also have a podcast, the Guardian Project podcast. We stream, or we don't stream for that. We record every week on Wednesday, and new episodes come out on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. And then on Twitter, you can find me at ATFlory.
On Twitter, you can find me at WormCoilEngine.
And Andy and Colin, where can everybody find you and your content?
You can find me on Twitter at EDHD_Andy, and you can find a link to my blog there where I talk about EDH goodness.
Same. Twitter at Colin O'Clock, twitch.tv/Colin O'Clock for some streams. And I'm also sort of becoming like a vagabond of EDH streams. So if there's anyone out there that would also like to have me on, I'd be happy. Just contact me through Twitter.
Awesome.
Ditto that.
Well, I'm sure you guys will
Nobody
both be
wants
back.
me, I'm just saying.
No. Oh, no. All right. Well, good game, and we will be back with more.